Hi, Bob.
Oh, hello.
You look like you were so busy, involved in whatever you were doing. You were concentrating.
I'm trying to set up the link for the other people going to YouTube. And for some reason, my Mac is not behaving, so. What am I trying to find? Oh, here we go.
Do you use numbers?
Not very much. I use Excel.
Oh,
I,
I need some help in setting up the formulas for numbers.
do you know how to use Excel?
Barely.
Well, I would just try to go to the YouTube or ask
Yeah.
Apple, go to Apple Help. They have all kinds of good information and instructions on how to use things. So
Yeah, I know. It's so much easier if you don't have to read the manual or go through step by step.
I understand that, right? Oh, where am I going here? Something's wrong here. Let's see, I want to. Gosh, this is.
That looks just like a regular house.
Looks like a junk pile.
You better be on mute.
Seriously.
She's looking for you.
Let's see.
Uh,
I should go and say, let me,
Where are you?
I should be right here.
You're not there yet?
How do I get on there?
okay, so. Okay, that finally get out. Good. Boy, I had all kinds of problems trying to. My desktop is kind of messed up for some reason, and I couldn't find how to get to some of these other files to send out the links. So I guess I'm getting overdone on computers. And put my mic on so you guys can hear me. Let's see. Today, I wanted to go over some of the stuff we had this week, which is kind of fun to get it into the recordings we're making. I'd like to give a little snippet of the concert that we had for the chorale and also the chimes group, and cover that. Then I want to talk a little about fireworks. We had Bill Orth and Joyce host shows up in their palatial suites.
Thank you for the kind words.
Wonderful, Joseph. And then I want to get into talking about how fireworks could change if technology gets these drone shows better. And I have a whole bunch of videos to show you how to compare some of those things. We had, of course, testing repeat again today, and it's going to continue, I guess, until we get 14 days of no new positive COVID tests. And I think we're at least, well, how many, see, we started testing when? It was before the, so this is the, was this the 4th day of testing? Have we done 2 weeks of testing already?
Yes.
I think we have. I can't remember when we started again. I have to go back and look. But so we may be getting out of this thing soon if we don't get any new cases. But maybe we lost ground with someone did positive. I'm not. We'll get that worked out. And I'm sure Debbie will clarify that with a memo. Let's see. Did I get her memo yet? No, not yet. Okay. So we got to worry about continuing our testings on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tonight they're going to shut the water off, hot water off, for all those folks who need to have more hot water in their place that doesn't take so long to waste a lot of water. And I hope that's working out for you. Has anybody had any progress with that yet so far, or is it just they're just still working the partial solution? So you see any results?
I talked to somebody that they're getting hot water much faster now.
Oh, okay. So I guess.
And I think they did that last night, Bob. They turned it off last night.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be Friday night. Maybe it's Friday morning. I don't know what it is, how they count this thing. Anyhow, okay. So I don't get up and play with the hot water after 10 o'clock in the morning at night anyhow. So okay. Let's see. I don't know if Debbie's going to join us today or not. But we'll just mush on here. I don't think the memo is out yet, so I don't have any new news. So just a matter of going through our calendar to see what's going on. This week we had, of course, the concert last Saturday, and then Monday, 4th of July with pizza party, Sean. The Music Man out there playing, and the Disney fireworks. Anyone have any comments about that? I want to, just for the record, make sure people understand what the concert was like. So I'm going to play a little bit of this that Judy put up in Facebook for us, so you can all share it, all see it. we had a sold out house concert. It was really great. Okay, that's enough of that. It goes on, but we all know how the song goes, and we enjoyed it. And I think a lot of folks had a good time at the concert. I heard a lot of good comments, and so I'm happy that we had a good turnout and everything else. So now here is the Chimes concert, which came out, a piece of it on concert was on Tuesday, and this is I took off of Facebook, but it gives you a little sample of what it's all about. Just so this is Stars and Stripes Forever, okay? But it's a march that is normally it's a faster March speed. So if you can bear with it, this is more up tempo. Okay. So let me try playing the March at the March tempo.
Better.
It's I don't think they're ready to play for it at that speed all the time. But I thought I'd just give you that's what it's supposed to sound. I mean, that's the speed it's supposed to be really done at. So,
That's good.
and I'm going to use the speed to do some other things. John, yeah.
Just as a matter of interest, I think that when those kind of things are performed at the PAC, the cross should be covered.
Well, there's a problem with that. There's curtains that go over that to cover the cross. But when we were singing, the curtains muffle our sound because we need a hard background to bounce the sound off and get it off the stage. And so consciously we pull the curtains back so we have a hard surface.
Ah,
Okay.
Now, I don't think that applies to the chimes, but
you know, I don't care, Bob. I just love it either way. My problem is that I have been in the legal business for so long that there's somebody, sometime, somewhere, somehow wants to bring a lawsuit because you're showing religion on it.
Let's get along with each other. Not worry
That's
about
what
that.
I say.
Let's put the lawyers out of business.
Now, wait a minute. My daughter has not yet retired.
Okay. I see what Debbie's there. Welcome, Debbie.
Everyone, sorry, I was dealing with an issue, so nice to see everyone.
Okay. I'm just rushing through a lot of this stuff because I have a lot of other little videos I want to show.
Can I let you guys know we're having a technical issue? IT's aware of it. None of our outgoing emails to anything other than Front Porch employees are going through. They're getting bounced back. So that's why you haven't received your electronic Friday memo. You do have it in your cubby right now, but IT is working on the issue, but it's a little bit difficult to communicate with the outside world right now.
Oh my God. I was going to give you guys some kudos because the internet's been working so great for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, well,
Don?
you're on mute, Don.
You're muted. I can't hear you, Don. What's happening? We lost our sound?
No. I just dropped an ice cube out of my drink. What I'm thinking is that I agree with you, except when Debbie, for example, comes through to me, she's on spam.
So that's something, and Sandy is going on her 2-week vacation. But I can see if Ernest can fiddle with your controls. So basically it's an email control that you say that this person isn't spam or it's not junk. You want to get emails from us in your inbox. You don't want them going to junk, but it's something in your email, a setting in your email that's causing them to go to junk. So I'll have Ernest take a look at it for you next week.
I can make a comment, at least for the computer systems that I know of. If you have a contacts list that has the contacts of the people here at the village or wherever, when your email comes through, it won't be shown as spam. And if I also have it as part of my phone system, if it's in my phone directory, it won't be listed as spam and all those other kinds of things, and I can accept the call. So it's good if you have a computer phone directory that you keep up to date with the residents, at least the residents you want to work with, and the staff. That way, the computer systems, whether it's a phone, a computer, or whatever, will not say this is an unknown caller and everything else. And it's probably a lesson we should work on in a little more detail, because things work a little differently for Android than they do for iPhones and iPads and PCs. But it's a great way of filtering out junk mail, spam phone calls, and everything else.
Well, if you could act as an intermediary just for a second, Bob.
Yeah.
I sent an email to Debbie today in response to a spam interest, what she sent me. I wondered if Debbie got it.
No. Let me double check. I
It
was
was
away from
about-
my desk for a few minutes. No, I didn't get it.
It was about the things that are going on in Anaheim, right, related to COVID and the police and what's going on in this neighborhood.
She's looking for your name.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
You sent it today, Dawn?
Ah,
I didn't get it.
Okay.
well, maybe there's,
It might be, basically with what's going on with our emails today, it might be restricting outside emails at this point too. I don't know.
well, there's emails you can get off the web, as opposed to having them sent across to your inbox. So you can use a web browser to see emails, like if it's Gmail or Yahoo or these other accounts. You can go to the using a browser to retrieve these mails if in fact it's not delivering it to your inbox. And you might be able to find ways of keeping track of things that you think are lost that are important. And I guess we need to solve what the problem is before we now try to figure out
Yeah.
fishing around for solutions.
I'm sure IT's working on it. So, we had 43 people not come to testing today. And I know it's a pain twice a week, but Orange County Department of Public Health is requiring, because we're doing the rapid test instead of the PCR, which would bill your insurance, and it takes longer to get the results. The government stopped paying for that. So we have to do the rapid test. So again, it's twice weekly. And because we have to do it next Friday, I did have a staff member who tested positive yesterday. And so that resets the 14-day clock back.
Oh,
Now we
gee.
start, I know, on the 7th, which means if all goes well and we get no new positives, we're out of testing on July 22nd.
No news.
But that means that next Friday, next Friday, the 15th, we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
we had town hall scheduled at 10 a.m.
Thank you very much.
We're obviously going to be testing. So we're changing town hall to 2 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock. So that's on your Friday memo. And we'll also make sure that it's, Judy will make sure it's on your weekly as well. So sorry about that, but I think that way we can get all our testing done and then spend some time together having a nice town hall without being rushed. We do need to make sure that we are not adding capacity to rooms. I know that Judy sent me a beautiful photo last Saturday of the Performing Arts Center with the chorale and all those people in there. About 20 chairs were added that shouldn't have been added. So we just need to be conscientious of that. We don't want to have 25 residents test positive and then have to stop activities. We're making sure that the doors to the Performing Arts Center are locked unless we're actually having an event. You may have noticed we've had some trespassers and we want to make sure that they don't have access. So the side door to chaplain's office will always be open as long as he's in there. But again, we want to make sure everyone's safe and we don't have folks that we don't know here. And just a reminder, we're doing the voluntary evacuation drill on August 24th. And if you haven't already, please return your survey to let us know if you want to participate or not. Residents with pets, please provide the current vaccination records by the end of the month. The resident staff appreciation lunch is this Wednesday from 10 to 1. We'll do it again in the Red Chair Lounge, and seating will be in the Grove so that you're not sitting in the hot sun. I don't know if you've seen the new display case in the front, but Ed Leonard is quite the artist, and he's got some beautiful art in that display case. Take a look at it. It's beautiful. He could be a professional. I would buy his cards. Lots of fun stuff coming up on this Monday, the Beach City Band in the Bistro Courtyard at 7. The Resident Staff Appreciation Lunch on Wednesday, Town Hall at 2 on Friday. Sunday is the West Coast Pops in the Bistro Courtyard at 7. The Dixie Delicates, I think is what they're called, in the Bistro Courtyard at 4 on the 23rd. Pachanga outing on the 25th. So lots going on still. I think that's it for me.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. The West Coast Pops are something you really should put on your calendar. They're really a great band or orchestra or whatever you call them. They play orchestral music as well as band music and everything else. And they have a wonderful, beautiful singer that I love to take photos of. So let's see. Thank you, Debbie, for all that. The question, I guess, do we have a definition of what the, or more description of what the evacuation drill is going to be all about?
Well, basically, if you want to participate, we have a plan where if there is an evacuation order, the staff counts themselves up into 8 teams. They're responsible for ensuring that we account for residents on their assigned list, as well as they have to check the common areas as well. It's learning where the closest stairwell is. It's learning where elevator 4 is in case there's not a fire, and but we have power outage. We can use that elevator 4 to safely evacuate. It's learning where the assembly points are once you come out of your apartments. It's remembering to grab your go bag with your medications and et cetera. And you can do that during the drill or not, it's up to you. But just really kind of going through the motions. The more we practice something, the better our muscle memory is. And in case of a true emergency, that's when we tend to panic. And so if we already know what we're supposed to do, it makes everything much more safe. We can account and accommodate for everybody. We take, of course, roll call when you're assigned assembly point. The staff needs to practice so that they know how to do it, so that you can feel confident that they know what the plan is. So that's really what it is. And in my other communities, the residents have really gotten a lot out of it. Simply just knowing the process and feeling confident that the staff is well trained and able to do it.
This would be like an earthquake drill, except it'd be the staff doing it, not the earthquake people, right?
Exactly. Earthquake people will still be there to kind of assist. Basically, we're going to give the earthquake people a couple of problem apartments where somebody needs nursing. So the team evacuating is going to be communicating with the yellow vest. And the yellow vest may say nursing is needed in this apartment, so that they can radio, call for nursing, so that they all know, what the system is, or call the incident commander. So the incident commander can then call for nursing, dispatch nursing to that apartment.
Will that go down to things like the block captains too, to check on doors, or is that responsibility part of the staff?
It really should, basically the block captains are going to be part of it too, because they're going to do the initial check to find out if somebody needs nursing assistance. They're going to make sure they're going to assist us. Yes. Okay. So I guess we on the earthquake team need to know a little more about how it's different than what the kind of thing Judy does. Yeah. Yeah. The more I talked this through with you, Bob, I think we were just going to use the person, the yellow vest person is going to be the person to kind of coordinate any resident issues to the staff. They're going to make the initial, they're going to knock on the doors the most. So I think the more people participate in the evacuation drill and let the staff handle the evacuation. Again, you guys are so good at the earthquakes, and heaven knows they always happen when we have the least amount of staff here. But with an evacuation, we're not going to obviously be dealing with a wildfire in this area, most likely. The only thing that would happen for us is maybe building damage due to earthquake where we have to evacuate, and hopefully we can safely and quickly do that. But the team needs to know how to do it.
Okay, well, more information to satisfy all these questions would be helpful.
I'll
That's it.
talk about it at town hall too.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Any questions for Debbie? Boy, she covered the territory real well. So let's see. I guess one of the questions that you answered that I had was on testing and the 14-day count. Was it strictly the residents or the residents plus the staff? And you said
Unfortunately,
staff.
unfortunately, it's all of us together. So
Yeah.
if one of us, that's why it's so important to wear your masks. I know it's a pain, and I know we don't like doing it, and wearing your mask correctly. This BA4 and BA5 variants, they're very contagious. And we can see how easy it is to spread it. So we're just praying for 14 days of negative results. And so that includes all of us here at the community, staff and residents.
Yeah, it's hitting the news that LA is going to start peaking up with all these new variants, and got a lot of cases. And
yeah, I think July 19th, it's going to be mandatory masking again for indoor common areas.
The thing that surprised me was if we keep getting these reinfections, the vaccines are supposed to prevent the infections, but once you get infected, it tends to reduce your immune system. And the more you get infected, the more your immune system gets messed up. And,
the more chance you have of long COVID too.
And that's where it starts to give you serious issues with your organs and hospitalization. And so I think the medical teams now are saying, if you do get infected, start using some of these new pills and other things to medicine to reduce the severity of your whatever kind of infection you have, and don't let your immune system suffer, because that is your built-in protection system. And once that goes, who knows what's going to happen to you. So they're learning and we're learning from them. It's going to be a trial and error kind of process, unfortunately. All righty. Let's talk about some fun things. I enjoy, and I've been telling you this on different times, that the butterflies in the gardens are just so fun to watch when I get out there in the morning and I'm doing my little pedaling on my bike. And if you get a chance to walk out, especially in the morning when there's a lot of sunshine out there, you can just go in there and sit down on those little benches. And it won't take about 5 minutes. You'll see a butterfly come around, and some of the butterflies will actually come up to you and see if they're going to land on your shoulder or something like that. So they're getting to be very prevalent and fun to watch. So I said I think I'll have to show you some fun things about the butterflies. And the butterflies. This is a little video that shows how the butterflies are rather teasing some of these animals, and especially dogs. And they are making friends, and it's a fun little thing to watch. I don't think we have butterflies teasing our animals around here, but who knows? Maybe that's coming next. Anyhow, that's one thing. And so if you don't want to get your dog surprised and you want a little, give them to or get used to the animals, you can try this.
Bob, we just turned out our 15th butterfly this morning.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh. Hmm.
So you can try this one. I don't know if he's liking that or not. So, all righty. Let's see. I gotta get rid of these videos before I have to promise. Okay. So that's the butterflies. Well, I hope the butterflies hang around here for our enjoyment because they are really nice. I guess they have maybe other things to do too. So who knows? But they're really nice. Okay. One other thing I wanted to mention that Judy has passed out today or the other day. She's starting an scavenger hunt for art. And this is a way of getting out of your apartment and running around the village and all the different walls and rooms and places. If you had this thing, this and it has a bunch of photos of the different art that's on the walls around the place. And I was looking to say, and I said, well, some of it seems familiar, but I have no idea where it is. So I'd have to go, do a little walking to chase it down and put down where it's actually located. So once you find it, you write a brief description of the location where you found it, and then you turn it into Judy Friday the 15th, which is it's next week. And then they're going to be announcing the winners at a drawing be held at the town hall. And going to have several great prizes. And she mentions wine and assorted gift cards. So that's a good chance to get out and get to walk the halls and see what's going on. You've got 1 week to do it. So, okay. I want to get into a subject that I brought up, a couple of weeks ago, and I looked into it a little bit more, and I thought this might be kind of interesting because people just had a chance to watch the fireworks at Disneyland, thanks to Disneyland, and then some of our residents who had us over the places we could view it a lot closer, and that was great. But the question is, fireworks are sort of nasty kind of stuff. They cause fires, especially in some places. If the venue is very careful, they can manage it. But other places where they just use a field or they don't have a chance. They're worried about brush fires and everything else. So they're worried about trying to manage the situation with taking a look at can drones replace fireworks. So what I'm going to do is sort of throw a couple of clips here. Can drones, wait a minute, get this out of here. I'll get this out of here. Can drones, start. Can a swarm of drones replace fireworks?
And that's calibrated.
That's what a little drone looks like, and they got all kinds of computer things and lights and LEDs and everything else.
It's bigger than.
My background's a filmmaker, and I've been working with screens for a long time. And when I first looked into drone displays, I realized that the night sky is a giant three-dimensional screen of epic proportions. And the possibilities creatively are completely unlimited. So we have a digital system here, and we bring the stars to life, and we have a brand new artistic medium on our hands. And it's incredibly exciting, and we are pushing the boundaries of what's possible with drone display technology.
So that's kind of funny because China makes most of the fireworks, so I don't think they want to get rid of them. But anyhow, so they said, well, I found two clips of drone shows that took place this 4th of July. One was in Sacramento, and we show you this one. Now this is a little slow, so I'm going to speed it up so we can have it a little bit faster. So you can see it's an interesting show, but it's not the same as fireworks. It's just a totally different kind of artwork that they're doing. So, and here's another show that was done at Parker, Arizona. Parker, Colorado, I'm sorry. I'm going to speed this one up though, because this takes a This is pretty slow. So I'm playing this at double speed. You can hear a lot of fireworks in the background too. This is what happens when the music is playing double speed too. That's not exactly what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joyce, go ahead.
Yeah, I would be curious. There's what, 7 of us watching that. I'd be curious to know what each person's reaction to that would be.
Yeah. Well, we could run a poll, I suppose.
I mean, just a quick,
Sure.
what do you think?
See?
Okay.
Okay, Don.
Go ahead, Don.
I would not suspect that Joyce's question is not irrelevant. In my opinion, we spend in our country so damn much money on things that are irrelevant that I can't hardly keep track. Tonight, Bob, you showed us another one of who cares what that is, how much it costs. Why can't we put that money into the usage of, I don't know, homelessness people, affordable, I was going to say affordable housing, but I have lost my definition of affordable. So I'm saying, I kind of like,
Fireworks.
I'd like to hear what people respond to Joyce say. What did they think that they did?
That's what.
But
she's
thank you for
asking.
listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Ken and Jan, what do you think?
Well, people work from their own motivation, and we understand the motivation for the Disneyland fireworks and the motivation for beautiful sky displays. There's always a profitable reason that they do these things. So as long as we have a system that we have, we're going to have things like that we're going to feel are wasteful, but they're going to continue.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I agree. Betsy, do you have anything you want to say?
Okay, good.
I don't know why I do that.
Betsy, do you have anything to say? You're on mute.
No, I know. I don't know. I get with the drones, you don't get the noise that you get with the fireworks, which maybe make it more exciting, but I know you can do more beautiful things with the drones.
Right.
So, I'm sure it's going to come down to cost and who's able to pay for these and put them on.
Yeah.
It's going to.
That's true. Mac, how about you? Do you have a comment, Mac?
Next.
You're muted. You have a comment, Mac?
I-
Am I on now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was muted. I don't know, it provides employment for a lot of people, but a lot of people get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I think the drones is kind of flat looking. It doesn't, it's kind of a black and white picture almost. And where the fireworks have a little more color to them, a little more pattern they can make with the
Yeah.
drones.
Okay.
It's a little different.
For the fireworks.
How about Doug? How about you, Doug?
I guess environmentally, from a standpoint of pollution, I would much favor the drones. Fireworks, we have a little dog here, and when they fire off fireworks, as Don can tell you, right across the street from us, it drives our little dog crazy. And we have to put him in the bathroom with the exhaust fan on just so that he has some white noise that'll protect him. But environmentally, when they fire off these fireworks, if you've ever been close to where that goes off, there's a tremendous amount of noxious smoke in the air after those things are exploded. And from that standpoint, I would favor the drones. I know that a lot of people like the booms and stuff like that. I've heard a lot of booms in my life, and I really don't care for it. But the drones are reusable. But I would also favor what Don says is I think there's a tremendous better place that amount of money could be spent that really might be very helpful to our society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My comment is simply that the drones are just a budding technology that's starting to emerge into entertainment. And we will see a lot more of that as it emerges. But I agree with you that the dynamics of fireworks are something that we enjoy. But if we could learn to enjoy the artistic part, display and use of color and form and art in the sky from a drone, then we just have to change our perspective. I have one more. Okay, go ahead, Don.
If you weren't married, I would want to ask you to marry me. However, I do believe that the drones are the magnificent thing of the future, and they deliver everything that we need. But is there any reason why a drone couldn't set off a firework, say like 900 or 9,000 feet above Anaheim? I don't think there is.
Okay.
And I think that drones would be really despicable if we wanted to use them as a matter of killing other people.
Oh, that's that you're getting into, extreme uses. I do have one other thing. Go ahead, Joyce. Go ahead.
Well, I just found it very boring. I mean, I literally forced myself to watch. And then when you did the second,
these are primitive shows. I mean, they're just learning how to do this. Can you imagine trying to manage 250 drones to fly together and turn the lights on and off to make different? It takes a lot of, development of that technology.
It was stagnant.
Okay, I have one more video on the subject to show you where they're using both of them. Okay, and let's see if I can find the video and get it going and make a conclusion to this whole thing. So this is, we got fireworks and the drone is flying through the fireworks. So you got fireworks and drones. So you're up there, like you're in the fireworks, in the middle of the fireworks, having going off it. So is that a better, maybe that's a transitional way of getting drones to get involved with it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we spent enough time on that. So let's see. Do we have any other stories to tell or comments to make? I have a couple of funny little things to show you, and then, oh, I was going to talk about the stock market too, but we're sort of running out of time. I'll just show you a couple of charts just so we can keep track of what's going on in the market. And hopefully this will help. Where am I doing this? Oh, I can't do that because it blocks out. Okay, so let me do this one first. I wanted to show you a little bit about some of the stock market stuff on a regular basis, because that is sort of what I love to do. This is a chart of stock market prices. This is the S&P over 3 or 4 years. And what it's doing is showing you not only the market, but these green bars are a volume at price. So this shows you that there wasn't very much volume traded at this price level here, but up at this level, there's a lot of volume. And that's because this is where the COVID peak took place. It went back down and the volume went down. But when it came back up here, there's a lot more trading took place right at this level. So, and that was a cluster when we went into 2020. There was some shaking going up and down, and then we finally broke out of that. So what it really gives us is an indication where there's going to be support or resistance, and the peaks and troughs appear. So you can see here we sort of slowed down. We broke out of that. We came back and we went back up and down again here, adding to the volume that took place at this level. And we can see that there's a lot of trading right at that level, which would say that if it's going to come back down or go back above that, there's going to be a lot of either support or resistance, depending which way you're coming from. And the same thing here. You can see how the volume spiked out when we turned around and made a bottom here. So these charts are very helpful to look at where the price might either further drop, how far it's going to drop before it hits a support level, or if it's going up, if it's going to hit a resistance level. So let's see. Here's S&P for the last 2 or 3 years, and you can see when it peaked out here and then it came back through that level. There was some resistance at level until they finally broke out. And the same up here. Now we're at this level here, and we're seeing that there's a lot of volume at this point where if that volume breaks through, where's it going to go down to? Well, it's going to go down to the next support level, which would be down here. And then going up, this kind of thing is showing the same kind of thing for the NASDAQ, where we're at this level here, and there really isn't any support levels until you get back down to this level, which is kind of scary. Fortunately, we're seeing in the last couple of weeks that the NASDAQ's going back up. Here's the Dow Jones, a similar kind of thing. We're at this point here where there's a support level, and there's not very much support below that. That's kind of scary. And over here, if you're going to go back up, it's probably not going to get much above that without having a lot of momentum behind it. This is for over a 3-year period. And you took it a little closer look. You can show it these clusters and so forth. So I started plotting some of these myself to see over a 6-year period where the S&P is right now. We're having a little bit of a breakout here, maybe a little support, but As long as it's going up, it's great. But if it starts going back down, there's no support levels until you get down around 3,200, which is a bigger drop, and so forth. In the NASDAQ, we're at this level here. You can see this is a fairly good support level, which means it could bounce off of this unless drastic things happen. And then if it doesn't and breaks through, we're going to go down deep, very, very deep in the NASDAQ. And the same thing for the NASDAQ 100. We are having a good support level here, but the only another big support level is way down here where we had back in 2019 or even the COVID area. So these are charts that I'm using as tools to see if everything's going great, that's fine. But if things start turning sour, how much are you ready to could be losing and get a chance to think about getting out? So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And I don't know. Let's see. The next thing I want to talk about is just so. Oh, I have to show you this one. This is really precious. Oh, I can't do that yet. Bill Orth sent me this one. I says, "Oh, I got to show you this one." So we got to have a little smile here. So this is a lady in England. She says a woman pictured above has lost her case to the Newcastle Management Court today. She tried to sue the hospital after her husband went in for an operation which left him unable to have sex with her afterwards. Miss Minger's Gatehead, age 67, said to reporters outside, "Me and my husband, Fred, have had banging sex till we went to the hospital and had his operation." And I don't do English accent very well. "Now he's not interested in me, and it's all down to those twats. The surgeon who performed the operation and attended court to give evidence is all we did was to remove Fred's cataracts."
Yeah.
So that's the story. All righty. Okay. Whoop. Let me see. Get rid of this thing here. Okay. The other ones I was just going to show you. We got a little bit of time here, so we got to have some fun. And so I'll show you these.
Bob, that last story reminds me of a song that begins with "I can see clearly now."
I can see clearly now, yes.
Here we go. It's another lady. "I got a package today with bullets and a note in Arabic." And she says, "These are suppositories and a prescription from my doctor." This is a political one. "I dream of a world where chickens can cross the roads without having their motives questioned."
Okay.
When you
Why
can't
would
afford
you
the
cross
delivery
the road?
fee, this is a sort of a redneck guy, but you got a car and your buddy has got a dolly. So, I don't know what that fridge is going to be like when he gets home.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Remember Gilligan's Island here. The bottle came back. The note says, "Stay where you are. The U.S. has gone crazy." My grandpa told me that he got to see the Titanic and that from the beginning he told not to get on board because he knew it was going to go to sink. He's going to sink. But no one listened to him until he repeated, telling them until the minute he got kicked out of the movie theater.
Oh.
And I take when I get a headache, I take 2 aspirin and keep away from the children, just like the bottle says. 2 women on a bus bitterly fighting over the last seat. The conductor had already tried unsuccessfully to intervene when the bus driver shouted to the conductor, "Let the ugly one take the seat." Both women stood for the rest of the journey. My favorite child memory is having energy. It's not a thing about the energy today. This is just about our body energy, I guess. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, this is a kind of nasty one. People say love is the best feeling, but I think finding a toilet when you're having diarrhea is better.
Okay.
We were doing home renovations incredibly when we knocked down a wall and we found a secret fully furnished room. And then I remembered we lived in a duplex.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. When the pool reopens due to social distancing rules, there will be no water in lanes 1, 3, and 5.
Sure.
And it sounds like the bureaucrats. And here's the last one.
Okay.
My granddad was responsible for 25 down German planes in World War II. Still to this day, he is known as the worst mechanic the Luftwaffe ever had. So, all righty. All righty, we got to wrap this thing up here. So I'm going to try to get these puns set up here for you. And that we can go on from there. Let's see. Any last comments? All righty. Here we go. What kind of a car does Arnold Schwarzenegger drive?
Jeep.
A muscle car.
Okay.
All righty. Okay, here we go. What do you call a noodle in disguise? An impasta. Okay. Why are lunges a great way to start exercising? Big step forward.
Okay.
Yeah. I might have done this one before. Why do shoemakers go to heaven? They have great souls.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Why couldn't the library get married? Why couldn't the couple get married in the library? It was all booked up. All right, let's see what's next. What's the best way to communicate with a fish? Drop them a line. Here you go. What do you call a golden retriever at the beach? A hot dog.
Oh,
Hot
that's
dog. How does a cucumber turn into a pickle?
Vinegar.
Salt.
It goes through a jarring experience.
Oh,
You guys are right too. So anyhow. I thought this was cute. My boss instructed me to set up the company's 401k. All righty. I told her I don't think anyone on the team can run that far.
oh.
Oh.
All righty. Okay. What animal has more lives than a cat? Cat has 9 lives.
Yeah.
Frog, because it croaks every night. All righty. Now, this is a great one here. Whoops, what's the difference between Yankee fans and dentists? You can talk about this at the table tonight. Because I think the Red Sox Yankees game is on tonight. One roots for the Yanks and the other Yanks for the Roots. And that was it. So I think we're
Okay.
done tonight.
Thank you, Bob.
All righty. Have a good one, and we'll see you around for happy hour or whatever. Go ahead.